What's up, darkies? So after that banger that me and Grimsy just dropped, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. We go over a heavy amount of allegations regarding Nat and why I think they're fucking weird and people probably shouldn't associate with them. This person, Lispy, hopped on a call with them and recorded it.
Fuck's sake. Fuck me. Yeah, sure.
Which prompted Nat to respond, and in that response was a little Easter egg to me. Someone sent it to me and I read it and I was like, oh, okay. All right, buddy. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. We can read it together. Do you know of this situation, by the way? Was investigated and cleared, was added to a GC, and didn't verify the age of the person a friend had added. Just assumed they were of age, as they were flirting with them as well, so I joined as it was already a DGen GC. They later revealed the age and took screenshots. As for the only thing I've ever sent to anyone, it was my dick to a girl turning 17 in a week when I was 18, and had received a clothed ass pic back. Individual in question admitted to exaggerating and lying about the situation, then later deactivated due to mass backlash, and was made to apologize to me by cops over Discord. I've never heard of this. Someone tell me in the comments. I don't know. The fucking UK is weird. Do cops have the right to get someone to go on Discord to apologize to you? Especially since this didn't go to trial, so they'd have to settle or something, right? I'm confused. Tech decided to combine those two different situations together and said I sent my dick to the individual in the group thinking they were 16. No such thing occurred. No, I didn't get anything mixed up, Nat. I said you sent your dick to Crazed because you made the excuse of, oh, I sent a dick from Google, and I don't believe you. If this screenshot is true, you sent your dick to Chloe. If you're not lying here,
but I still sent, like, something myself, which was my dick.
You also sent your dick to Cinny. And there's multiple accounts from other people saying that you've, like, jerked off on Discord, or you've, like, shown your dick in Discord servers. Why the fuck would I think that this one time where you were actually interested in this person, and you are semi-ironically asking them for nudes, would you send a dick from Google instead of your own dick? If that is what happened, sure, okay, you didn't send your own dick, but you're still sending cock to a minor. This would be much easier if I could just talk to Crazed, because I feel like there wasn't the kind of reciprocation that's being led on here. Whatever, let's keep reading. Looking into legal action for those partaking in character assassination currently, as I'm done responding. Lawyer says I have a case. I don't know what lawyer you talked to, but they're definitely lying to you. They're either lying to you or you lied to them, and I think it's probably the latter. You can't even consider it a character assassination because you don't even have a good character to begin with. Everything I talked about has been talked about for years. You are a public figure. I explained this to you in DMs, but I'll get to that in a second because I want to read through some of the other tweets. I will be filing a privacy complaint if either these DMs or that voice call gets published. Obviously, these DMs did get published and they're still up, so I guess that privacy complaint is a little slow. So from this tweet and the fact that Nat did talk to a lawyer, I found out that yes, they were considering suing me for defamation, which I thought was fucking hilarious because they obviously have no idea how defamation works. Then another person, Austin No Powers, tweeted some negative things about them in response to the DM that I just read you guys, saying, I know I'm going to get shit for this by some of my mutuals, but I don't trust this Nat chick whatsoever. Too much weird shit attached to her at this point. Like, why did you destroy your hard drive and send someone gore and someone sewing a penis? That enough makes me want to avoid any type of beyond acquaintance type relationship with her. And just from that interaction, Nat was messaging them in Bunk's Discord server, LOL, all I need is your online identity and YouTube are forced to hand over details or any other service you've made payments on by law if they store them. Made any super chats? XD. Fucking God. You should go to jail just for using XD in current year. Nat made a comment on the video that I pinned because I thought it was funny as fuck. Nat said, just two guys in a Discord call together, one called Grimsy, talking about me and sharing videos and pictures and making jokes that didn't land very well. I'm sorry, Nat. I'll try to get better material next time. And acting like they're versed in legal stuff. 100% of it was past allegations, cleared by authorities, nothing new or shocking at all. Also stating the motive at the start of the video of me calling your brother, who sent nudes to a group chat full of minors who he knew the ages of, a pedo. I double down, Tech, he is a pedo. LMAO. I had to watch it on 2x speed, so boring. I told Nat to essentially fuck around and find out if he wanted to become the next case because at this point, this motherfucker is really getting on my nerves. And also the cognitive dissonance between aggressively calling someone else a predator and a pedophile for flashing a group chat, and then also not realizing that posting consistent gore and NSFW to people you know are minors, and then sending your dick in DMs to minors, not flashing as a joke, sending directly in a sexual manner because you want sexual gratification from it, would make you the biggest pedophile in this situation. By their standards, by Nat's standards. That's what I didn't get. I was like, okay, you could call my brother a pedophile, but that would make you a bigger pedophile than my brother. That's fine if you want to go down that route, dude. That's fine. I don't care. Grimsey responded to Jalen by saying they only were investigated of one case of a 16-year-old, and a result of it was Nat's hard drive being destroyed. The 12-year-old wasn't investigated. That was a misstep on his part. The 12-year-old was apparently investigated, and Nat likes to link this fucking screenshot of the criminal justice report where it shows the two offenses of possessing indecent photograph / pseudo photograph of a child and cause / incite the sexual exploitation of a child aged 13 to 17. What I don't get is that he was definitely guilty of possessing indecent photographs of a child, which was a 16-year-old when he was 18, so it's not like morally, I don't really care that much. But the police did destroy the hard drive. They wouldn't destroy the hard drive if you weren't guilty of having images of a minor on your hard drive. So without that going to trial, yeah, you were guilty of that. That's not even fucking arguable. And the only reason you didn't get convicted over this was because there was insufficient evidence. It's not because you're innocent. Stop trying to fucking categorize it as I was found innocent because authorities couldn't find enough shit on me. No, that's not how it works. Not true. The investigation was regarding both situations and I was cleared of both like over a year ago. Notice how there are 2 enlistings at the top? Keep lying about me. That's all my detractors can do. Please obtain bitches. You are unnaturally cocky for someone who admitted to a lot of this shit on video. You keep framing it as if you did nothing wrong, but that's not true. That's not the case at all. They just didn't have enough evidence to convict you, and it wasn't worth bringing it to trial, but that doesn't mean you did nothing wrong. I had to look it up because obviously the laws in the UK are different, but if that girl he was talking to was in America, it doesn't really matter because it's usually prosecuted for where the minor lives, not where the offender lives, in regards to cases over the internet. But that would require her and her family to press charges. If you just went through the investigatory process of the UK, that's fine, you got technically cleared there, but be happy that no one else pressed charges, because again, that's not how it works. In the UK, there's something known as the evidential stage. This is the first stage in the decision to prosecute. Crown prosecutors must be satisfied that there is enough evidence to provide a realistic prospect of conviction against each defendant on each charge. They must consider whether the evidence can be used and is reliable. They must also consider what the defense case may be and how that is likely to affect the prosecution case. A realistic prospect of conviction is an objective test. It means that a jury or a bench of magistrates properly directed in accordance with the law will be more likely than not to convict the defendant of the charge alleged. This is a separate test from the one that criminal courts themselves must apply. A jury of magistrates court should only convict if it is sure of a defendant's guilt. If the case does not pass the evidential stage, it must not go ahead, no matter how important or serious it may be. So yeah, it just didn't pass the evidence stage. They were probably just like, oh, the evidence is a bunch of random internet shit. I don't want to deal with it. Nat tweeted out in my response to potentially getting sued by saying, yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that if this escalates. Imagine Pikachu's surprise facing when you partake in character assassination and they say to people they're exploring legal options. LMAO, shave the pubes off your chin. I wouldn't be talking if I looked like Lenny from Shark Tales, but who am I to judge? They kept trying to frame it, even in DMs, as like, I understand if you took that as a threat. It's like, no, this is a threat. If you say that you will do X if Y happens, that's a threat. I'll definitely be looking into that if this escalates. So what you're saying is, if my video gets too many views, yes, you will sue me. That is a direct causation. I don't think it's a threat. I'm not interpreting it as a threat. It's a threat. And I wasn't surprised by it. No, I thought it was funny because you're a dumbass and this would go nowhere. Like, your case would get thrown out. No lawyer in their right mind would want to defend you because like I said, it's not character assassination if you have no character to assassinate. My brother in Christ, you ruined the reputation. conversation. Then again, Nat was denying that they even knew the age of the person, so I put the clip.
So you guessed her age, I guess, but you said that apparently...
No, I guessed 14. I guessed incorrectly.
Which I'm supposed to believe was just a joke that he was going along with other people, and also the message where Nat said, "Kay, I thought you were 14, was apparently just a joke, and I'm supposed to take all of this in strides to get to the point where I can believe Nat when they say they assume they were 16 plus. And even then, that wouldn't even be a legal age to be doing this. Amazing. Incredible. After that back and forth where Nat said I had pedo DNA, they followed me and started DMing me. Almost instantly, I was able to confirm that yes, this person had no fucking idea how a defamation suit works, or how hard it would be to actually go through with this empty threat. They admitted that they didn't actually think my brother was a pedophile, and I could tell that they didn't know what the fuck pedophilic even meant. A pedophilic action would involve a prepubescent child. This is what I fucking hate about the commentary community. It's like, pedophile is a fucking buzzword at this point. Nat kept trying to convince me how they didn't know the age of crazed in the group chat, and I didn't believe them. I wasn't buying it. They were trying to get me on points I fucked up. I would immediately clarify it, and then the conversation would go from there. I felt like I had the reins the entire conversation. And if I said something and I was confident in what I said, they would kind of fold instantly. Like, I tried to explain how them being a YouTuber makes it worse because it's easier to leverage nudes. And then they responded with some shit that's like, oh, celebrities just don't flirt with people then? Completely misunderstanding what the fuck I'm saying about power dynamics and minors. And I would have to consistently put them back on the rails from fucking derailing the conversation. At one point, I threw in a little nugget, a little excuse they could grasp onto, and they immediately grasped onto it. I said, might have just been too horny to care, but doubt you didn't know they were underage. And the way they responded was pretty much like, yeah, too horny to care. Yep, that's what it was. Too horny to care. Even though in the videos we watched and broke down, the excuse was edgy jokes, semi-ironic, but now it's like, yeah, you were horny. Fucking hell, dude. You realize how hard it is to believe anything you say when you flip-flop so much, and it's very obvious that emotionally you want me on your side, so I'll stop criticizing you. Like, why the fuck did you link me a tweet from Aiden just to desperately try and convince me that, yeah, innocent would be the word you'd use if you did get found guilty in court? No, it's not. The word would be not guilty even if that were the case. Like, stop, dude. I don't like you. I hope people realize how weird you are and how oddly manipulative you still seem to be. That's how I picked up from our conversation. And considering how quickly you flipped from aggressively accusing my brother of being a pedophile to deleting everything, even though I told you didn't have to, deleting all your tweets about my brother, conceding and making a tweet saying, spoke with tech in DMs, decided to remove posts regarding Zero as they were made in bad faith and not what I actually believe. Do you just accuse people of being a pedophile whenever you're upset? Is that what you do? I don't want a friend like you. I don't need a friend like you. You seem emotionally disturbed. And it's great if you realize that what you were doing was wrong and you were genuinely trying to be a better person, but you shouldn't expect people to want to support you or have to support you. I don't like you. I'm not going to support you. And my personal wish is that other people don't, because I don't see it. I don't see it in you. Just because you can't get convicted because the evidence is shit doesn't mean it's not criminal. That's it for today, guys. If you have any suggestions, don't forget to send it to the @Darknicals Gmail, and I'll see you in the next video when Keffels tries to groom me.
For fuck's sake.